Hi, my name is John Waldner, and I chose the leadership attribute of self-discipline. I think a good definition of self-discipline is finding something that you want and then creating and practicing a lifestyle that will take you to what you want or what your goal may be. I chose self-discipline because I think I have achieved a reasonable amount of it in some aspects of my life, but not as much in others. I think it's something that I need to work on and continue to improve on as I grow. Um, I really enjoy spending a lot of time at the gym. That's kind of something I'm known for, but I'm also known for not having a lot of self-discipline in other areas of my life. Probably because academics doesn't appeal to my vanity as much. But I think self-discipline is not so much of a single action as it is a lifestyle of making positive single actions. Um, it's not something that you achieve in like one day or at a moment or at a place or a time. I think it's something that you're continually shaping and that you can invest into different parts of your life at different times of your life when you need to. Um, I think it's a very fluid skill that can be, you can have it in one spot in your life and not in the next. Like I said, I go into the gym a lot, but not being able to show up to your classes on time because you have bad sleeping habits or you party too much or any other excuse. I think self-discipline is also very inspiring. Not so much the characteristic itself, but the results that come from the characteristic. Everybody wants the results, but nobody wants to look at the day-to-day action of what those results require, and the amount of time and effort that you gotta invest and sacrifice to it. Um, but I think that when people see the results of self-discipline, I think they see that it's achievable and that they can have it if they want it bad enough. If this guy can do it, if he can put in that much work and do it, then I can do it. I can. A lot of time people they'll want to go to the gym and lift with me, but they'll only do it for a day or two because the next day they're way too sore or it's a lot of hard work and just the amount of time that has to be given to it and it's you've got to be willing to make those changes. Um, I think sometimes self-discipline is it just requires giving up a lot of things. If you want to see physical results, you'll have to give up sugar or beer, or if you want to academically succeed, you have to give up a lot of time to studying. If something's worth achieving, then there's going to be a price to pay for it. I think self-discipline and leadership, you'll see that, as a leader, you have to deal with a lot of people. And, I think a lot of times leaders want to spend a lot of time in leadership and they don't realize all the time they have to spend just dealing with things they might find kind of minute and kind of a waste of time, but it's something that you got to do. I also think that it changes your perspective on the success of others. Instead of looking at things that others can do and thinking, man, I wish I was as gifted as that guy, or I wish I looked like him, or I was as smart as him, or I had what he had. Instead, I think if you have like a lifestyle of self-discipline, I think you can see it in more of a light of how hard they worked for their success, because you can appreciate it and you can appreciate the self-discipline that they have, and that that what's behind most of their success is a very hard lifestyle. And I think that's especially true when you see people who have goals and have succeeded in those goals that are similar to your own, and you have a lot more respect for them and can appreciate what they've accomplished. Like when I was young, like I used to see like bodybuilders or guys who were, just these huge dudes, and I'd be like, man, I wish I could look like that guy. Just thinking, man, he's probably just genetically that way. But now that I'm older, I realize, wow, that guy put in a lot of time and a lot of hours and a lot of planning to look the way he does. Um, I think that also think that self-discipline is an important leadership attribute because without it, you're not going to be able to accomplish any goals, and you're not going to be able to set a good example to be followed as a leader, because as a leader you're going to be followed. It's kind of in the definition. So that's my character quality.